Well, Elon Musk is making waves again, this time with his brain implant startup Neuralink. The billionaire saying his long awaited chip implant could be ready for human trials in 6 months. Let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Dan Howley. Dan, my question to you, would you sign up for this test?
Oh, God,
Would you?
no way. I won't pay $8 for Twitter. You think I'm going to put a brain implant in from this guy? No way. It's an interesting idea. I think one of the big things that's going on here is this isn't the only company that's trying to make brain implants a thing. This is obviously Neuralink, Elon Musk's one of Elon Musk's portfolio of companies. He had this presentation yesterday. It was around 3 hours long, and he had discussed the future of what these chips could do. Obviously, you see here a primate. I don't know exactly what kind of animal it is, so I don't want to say a monkey or anything like that. But let's just say a primate with a chip in its head. They showed how it can charge chips. The chip inside your head can charge wirelessly. This is all supposed to be a wireless chip that will go into your brain using 64 pins that then are inserted by a robot. And the idea is that it would be able to allow you to regain things like movement, potentially even sight, in people who have never been able to see before. And so this is something that Elon's been trying to do for a while. There was talk about potentially getting human trials in 2019, then 2020, and 2022, and now it's slipped to 2023. He's saying 6 months. He said that he would get one when it's ready. And it's not as though we haven't seen monkeys or primates use implants to kind of move things on a computer screen before, but this is wireless, and obviously it's got Elon Musk's backing, so it's getting a lot of attention. But no way am I getting one.
Dan, just to clarify, though, this is not
Absolutely.
for sort of anybody, right? I mean, this is for those who are disabled, those who have some kind of paralysis. Just to put that out there to clarify that
Yeah.
Elon Musk isn't just building chips for anybody to be able to implant in their brain.
Yeah, this isn't like X-Men stuff where you're going to, put a chip in your brain and start shooting lasers out of your eyes. No, this is for people who seriously need it. And if it could give them those benefits, obviously that's incredible. There have been some advances where folks who have lost speech have been able to use brain-computer interfaces to put words together on a screen. So, this is something that is definitely needed in the world. Especially for people who, if you lost your sight and you would be able to get it back again, my God, I can't even imagine what that would be like to have a chip like that become available. So obviously these are lofty goals, but they're absolutely laudable goals, especially, coming from a company like this. Musk has done stuff like this before, laudable goals with Tesla and SpaceX. Twitter, that's kind of a different thing, though.
And speaking of Twitter, Dan, obviously the EU's competition commissioner had some stern words for the billionaire. What did he say?
Yeah, essentially, Elon is kind of on a short leash here when it comes to Twitter, and the actions that it's taking as far as things like moderation, moderating specific content on the platform. There are laws in the EU that the company must follow to ensure that it is able to continue to operate. And so if he doesn't have the moderation component set up properly to abide by those laws, the EU has basically said, look, we could start fining you and Twitter, or we could just pull Twitter in the EU entirely. And so, obviously, this is, a show that's for an American audience mostly, but the majority of Twitter's users are outside the U.S. And so if it was pulled from the EU, that's a huge blow to a company that, especially right now, is trying to kind of get its bearings. It still relies heavily on advertising. Obviously, they're suffering there with advertisers pulling out, and they're trying to develop the subscription model. So any kind of loss of users would be massive. So Musk has said that he's going to comply with those rules. He spoke to people at the EU saying that he, agrees that he with those rules and that he wants to make sure that Twitter is up to date with them. So, we just have to see how he moves forward and what the kind of compliance schedule is there. But it looks like he's taking it very seriously.